Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark with Spiguyver Backpacking. I hope that there's not too much wind in this one. It is pretty windy out here, but got a lot going on, so I wanted to come on here and do a quick little show to tell you what's been going on. So, welcome back. Glad you guys could join me tonight. I'm hanging out here. I'm in a campground, but I'm not in the same campground I've been in. I actually had to move. The commute was just too long for me. I had 2 days last week where my commute was over an hour and a half, and I just couldn't put up with it anymore. I was burning through gas, spending a ton on gas money each month, actually each week. So it just made sense to move a little bit closer. I'm now about 8 miles from work, so my commute's gonna be a whole lot better, a whole lot easier to deal with. So I'm just hanging out here, relaxing a little bit, having a beer. Wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about it. Now, the move, while it's good from a standpoint of being closer to work, spending a little bit less money, the one big downside that I've found so far, the internet here. They have Wi-Fi, and they've got like 6 different Wi-Fi signals. I've tried all of them, and I can't even get Facebook to load. Like, I've gotten it to load to show that it's Facebook, but I can't load any pictures. A lot of stories aren't loading, and that takes like 10 minutes to get to that point. I was using a nice, pretty high-speed internet. The Wi-Fi at the last campground was really nice. I was able to upload, so I'd make a video, be able to upload it, no problem. That's going to be a problem from here. So I do have the opportunity to upload from work, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of that set up so that I can start doing my videos. I'll edit them all here, get everything going, but then I'll go to work and I'll take care of the actual upload from there. So I have mentioned that I've got a couple of giveaways coming up, and so I think I'm going to do one for each of the next 3 weeks. Now, I'll get into what all the details are when I put up the first one, which will probably be on Thursday. So make sure you're checking back for that. So I think I'll do Thursday, and then I'll do probably the next 2 weeks on Thursday as well, and try and do a giveaway. So make sure you're checking in, seeing what's going on with that. The other piece to that is I've got a lot of gear that I'm going to be selling. I'm trying to fund a couple of other pieces that I've got going on. So I've got a couple of top quilts, I've got a backpack, I've got a hammock, I've got a suspension, I've got a really cool knife, and maybe a couple of other things that I'll come up with that I'm going to post up for sale. So if you're interested in any of my gear, some of it is really almost brand new and has seen minimal use. Other pieces may have a little bit of damage, but I'll outline all of that when I put them up. If you want to see what's for sale, it's on my Facebook page right now. It's on the Spiguyver Backpacking Facebook page, but I'm not going to put it up on any other sites until after I'm back from this business trip. Now, in my last video, I talked about, in my last trip video, I talked about the Dream Hammock that I had, and that the wind was making the loose fabric flap, and it was making a lot of noise, and it was keeping me up. So when I got back, I talked with Randy from Dream Hammock a little bit about it, and what ended up happening was I went with the 1.2 Robic XL. He was interested in trying out that fabric, but we went as wide as we could go with it, and really the diagonal that I lay in, that I found to be the sweet spot, leaves a lot of fabric loose. Now, I went pretty much ultralight on this thing and went with no tie outs, no pull outs, no under quilt hooks. So I've actually sent it back to Randy to have some pullouts, the tie-out points added to it, so that we can keep it tight and I won't have those problems. Pretty simple fix to really fix a nitpick of mine on that one. Was nothing to do with any comfort, but when you're in Oklahoma and it's as windy as it is here all the time, you really don't want that flapping material there. So there's that. I've also talked with Randy, and looking at what's out there for reviews on Dream Hammock, there's not a whole lot on his newer hammock, the Sparrow. And so I think we're going to work together, and I will be paying, but I don't know what the cost will be at this point. Probably work out some sort of deal with him since I'm doing the reviews, but anticipate having it for the Texas hang in November. So I think it's like the 10th of November. I'm heading down to Texas for a group hang down there. Underground Quilts, Dream Hammock will both be there, along with about 140 other people at this point. And so Randy and his crew are going to come down, and they're going to bring my new hammock, the Sparrow, with them, and going to get a good review going. Now, there's a lot of questions that he's gotten that we're going to try and address in that video and make sure that everyone who's out there gets answers to the questions and knows exactly what's going on. And if we're lucky, I'm going to try and get Randy to join me, at least for part of that video, to go through a little bit of a Q&A on it. I've also got another video lined up for while I'm down there with Paul from Underground Quilts, and we're going to do a little Q&A session and take a look at some of his wares. So a lot coming up, a lot going on. You know, I had a lot of people that reached out to me after the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge video and how I had to bail out that night, and they said, you know, you made the right decision. And I felt like I made the right decision. I felt like it was the right thing to do. I didn't know what was going to happen if I had stayed out there. I can always go back. I now live here. It's about an hour away, maybe an hour and a half from where I am now. Not a big deal. I can go down there anytime, get a permit, and go hang out for the weekend. So next up, the next trip is probably 3 weeks away at least, because I've got this next week I'm out of town. Then my wife will be flying out for some house hunting. But following that, I really think I'm going to hook up with one of the guys from Arkansas and go hit the Eagle Rock Loop Trail. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, that's about it. That's what's going on right now. New campground. I'm actually allowed to hang my stuff from some trees here, so much more convenient. Only downside's that whole internet thing, but I've got Wi-Fi at work. I'll make it work. Guys, I appreciate you guys checking me out. Enjoying a nice Oklahoma beer. This is the Coop F5 IPA. You guys check it out. Anyway, I'll see you guys down the trail. Thanks.